What's up, everybody? Brand new event, SWC 2020 Preliminary Prediction Event. Does anyone else feel like SWC is not really that exciting this year? Because there's no amphitheater, there's no confetti when someone wins, there's no like tense. It's not like someone on stage like ready to buckle under pressure because all the stress. It's like everyone's just playing from like the toilet, like over on the toilet. They're like, oh, I violent procced again. Oh my god. Oh, I just won like $100,000. It's cool. Like flushed out. Anyway, SWC 2020 preliminary prediction event. I know some of you don't care at all about SWC, but you do care about free goodies. So we're gonna try to see if we can figure out who's more likely to win, to advance into the next round. Even though it's all, I mean, esport aside, there's violent procs, there's RNG, there's accuracy, there's resistance, there's things not quite going according to plan. You don't really know what's gonna happen either way. Like, you can be like, oh, this person is like, I've seen G3 players lose to C2 players, right? It's just RNG is RNG. So I've seen some crazy stuff. So we don't actually know, like, RNG could make things go totally different than what they should. But I did do a lot of research onto the different monster boxes for a lot of these different players. Let me take a look at if we go to SWC, they actually added an SWC tab. So if we click on this first one, we can see who's actually fighting who in each round of, well, not in each round. In the first round, we can see who's fighting who at the beginning in the first round. So we have, this is the schedule for the Japan. We get to choose 2 players from Japan out of 8. And then we can choose 8 players from America out of 16. I know, like, that's a little weird. Shouldn't we be able to choose, like, there's actually 2 battles that they're doing on Japan server, and there's only 1 battle that they're doing on America server. Or not America server, Cup region, right? So let's take a look at the players from here. And again, I'll give you guys the info for a lot of their monster boxes, not their entire monster boxes, just like the things that I've seen them use that they like to use. Some players I know a little bit more than others, so not necessarily, if I say like, oh, they have like 5 things that they like to use. It's like, oh, they only have 5 monsters? It's like, no, they don't have 5 monsters. Some of the players, I just don't know as much about as others. So I'll try to mention as much as I can about their monster boxes and where they've ranked. So for Japan, we have Play and Shiki, Matsu and Buruburu. Actually, Buruburu is on my favorites list. Matsu, I believe, was in the Matsu beat D in like the finals of not last year but the year before that, if I recall correctly. And then Play was again, if I recall correctly, the Japan winner last year or something like that. Then we have Cabrera, Masayu, Mahi, and Tanaka. I believe also Tanaka ranked a little bit higher than at least half of these. So I'm not sure how they're going to match everyone up after the first round. Some of these may be matched up where I'm like, oh, I'll predict this one and this one. They can't get matched up in the next round anyway. So I'm not sure if they're just going to have, out of the first 4, the top 4, if they're going to, like, whoever wins the first 2, they're going to match those players up in the second round. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. So we can also take a look at the America's Cup. And we can see Tree versus Thomas. So, like, here's the thing. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm going to click Tree and Thomas for my 2 things that I think are going to move on. Like, well, one of them is getting knocked out over here. So you can't, like, both of those are not going to move on to the next round, right? So you got to pick, like, one of each that's fighting each. I mean, like, that's what I would do. Or you could be like, I'm gonna hedge my bets. I'm gonna pick Treat. I'm gonna pick everyone on the left-hand side. And I know at least, I know I'll get 4 of them right. I'll get 4 out of 4 or 4 out of 8. But that's still, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Like, you're guaranteed 4, but 4 correct picks. I would just try to go for all 8. Anyway, let's take a look at what the players have and where I think they will probably matchup. So we have Tree versus Thomas. I don't know too much about Thomas's box, honestly, which is pretty sad because I think I have him as a friend on social media, which is kind of embarrassing that I don't know what his box is. But I don't think I could find really too much on Thomas. But yeah, he's the one I can find actually the least about out of all of them. Tree, however, is currently ranked 2. He's got Artemil, Nephthys, Molly, Vanessa, Gani, Hathor, Josephine, Leo, Ilyana, Tyrannus, Verd, Tetra, among many other things. You know, the LDs, when we talk about the Artemil and Nephthys, Tree he's been in these things for forever. He's very seasoned veteran. He knows what to do, and I feel like that should, give him a little bit of an advantage compared to someone like Thomas, who doesn't have as much experience in this, and also Tree is ranked 2 right now. Tree's been abusing Molly like a lot. Like, he's been picking Molly like so many matches this season. And he's been basically at the top for like the whole season, I believe. Like one of the first, one of the highest ranking players in the current season. So I mean, I gotta go for Tree. I'm sorry, but I just gotta. I feel like most people would go for Tree. For the second, just because he's got so much experience and he's so high ranked right now. Raigeki, Toppa V, both of them are streamers. Raigeki, let's take a look at his box. I have my info in front of me. Fran, Gani, Hathor, Wang. I don't know why I even put Fran on the list. Like, I'm like, oh, let's include that. Like, everyone's got Fran. We just assume everyone's got Fran. Fran, Gani, Hathor, Wang, Oberon, Molong, Chiwu, Ikari's Daphnis. Those are some of the things that I've seen him play with. You can go to twitch.tv/RaigekiSC to check out his streams. And then Toppa V, which actually, Toppa's kind of been like getting bummed out with the game. He's been like, I don't want to play this anymore. He's been playing like Among Us and other things lately. So I'm wondering if that's going to work against him in SWC. I guess we'll see. He didn't make it crazy far the last one, but I feel like he should have made it a little bit farther. Toppa uses Gani, Hathor, Yenhong, Verd, Fran, Vigor, Okinos, Triana, Tetra, many other things too. I've seen him use a lot of different stuff. Like, I've seen him use Juno and Rika, so many different things. But a lot of the times you see him using Gani, Hathor, Yenhong stuff. Personally, I feel like Toppa should take this, but Raigeki is also really strong. It's kind of a nice matchup, an even matchup, in my opinion. Then we have Heaves and Fall Panda. So I'm going to go with Toppa personally, but if Raigeki takes it, I'm not going to be shocked, right? Heaves and Fall Panda. Let me take a look at Heaves. I couldn't find too much about. I know he's got a Zeratu, a Tianlang, a Savannah. I don't know what else he has in his box. We could take a look at his ranks from before. Fall Panda, I have a little bit more information on, so I'm just going to go with Fall Panda as my pick there. Fall Panda's got a Pater, Artemil, Ragdoll, Daphnis. Like, yeah, man, I'm going to go with Fall Panda too. Pater, Artemil, Ragdoll, Daphnis, Hathor, Sekhmet, Rika, Shihao, Tyrannus, Molly, Isis, Shazam, Vanessa, CR. You're like, yeah, it looks like a little bit of a more fleshed out. If they have 3 of the best LDs in the game, right? Chances are it's not a bad idea to pick that. But Heaves, I mean, I honestly don't know what else is in Heaves' box. I just know those 3 units that they have. So who knows? They could have more crazy, insane nonsense, and just I'm not aware of it, and I'm sure they do. But anyway, I still go for Fall Panda because, man, that box is looking beefy box, right? Faint Memory versus Thompson. So I feel like a lot of people are gonna pick Thompson here. Like, oh, well, Thompson almost won last year. I mean, that's a solid pick. Thompson almost won last year, so he's a great option. But Faint Memory, man, he's such a solid player. He's got such a solid rune box. He's such a smart player too. Faint Memories, I feel like, as far as strategy-wise, he's going to be... I mean, this is going to be a crazy matchup, though. For me, this is a crazy matchup. This is something that I really want to see. They're both streamers as well. Faint likes to use some weird stuff. He may pull out things like Bernard, Cichlid. He may pull out a Mav. He's probably not going to pull out a Mav. But Thompson also, on the other side, is like... Thompson will pull out, like, the Khan, the Water... the Water Griffin. He's got a whole bunch. Thompson has so many LDs. He's got like everything. And then like half the LD5s. Like, his box is just ridiculous. But I think Faint Memory would be like maybe a few steps ahead in terms of like strategy and like as a chess player. But that's gonna be a rough matchup, man. I think it's gonna honestly come down to like a little bit of RNG. A little bit. That's the whole. Everything is gonna come down to RNG. But let's take a look at what Faint Memory has and what he likes to use. Hathor, Vanessa, Fran, Barbara, Masha, Savannah. He's got all the Beast Riders. Bernard, Ciclet. I've seen him use these things. Bernard, Ciclet, Triana, Leo, Daphne, Ciara, Tessarion, Laika, Wusa, Mina, Chiwu, Cien. I saw him using Cien, the Water Joker, as well. He likes to use some weird stuff if it works, if it's the right unit for the job. That's what he's going to use. And then Thompson, if you guys are not familiar with Thompson, just like everything. He's got like everything. Gianna, Nephthys, Celia, Laura, Han, Manananan, Katien, Dasheng. He's got one of the LD Beast Riders. I think it's the... I don't know if it's the light or the dark one. He's got a Beast Rider. He's got more LDs than that, though. Those are just the ones that I remember. And basically every normal Nat 5, and he'll pull out just whatever he wants to pull out. He goes a little bit less crazy in tournaments, but he's got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of stuff. So that one, I mean, I'm gonna go with Thompson because I'm gonna go with Thompson, but I'm not super like that could be the finals. Like those two deserve to be in the finals, kind of. Anyway, well, you could say that any of these really deserve to be in the finals. They're all strong players, all really strong players. Popo Panda versus JLN2. JLN was in, well, actually, both of these were in these before, weren't they? But, oh, before I forget, twitch.tv/Thompson28 is Thompson, and twitch.tv/FaintMem. FaintMem for Faint Memory. Just no ORY. And then Toppa V is Toppa V. Twitch.tv/Toppa V. And then I don't think Heaves and Fall Panda have Twitch. Popo Panda versus there's another Panda, two Pandas. Popo Panda has Ragdoll, Pater, Hathor, Fran, Ver, Diana, Josephine, Vanessa. More LDs. I don't know which other LDs though. I thought they had a T Online too. That's a brutal box though, man. That's a really they've got a lot of stuff. JLN is a veteran as well. JLN has Ciara, Hathor, Ragdoll, Shihao, Gani were some of the things that I saw him use. I don't know what else he's been using lately though for JLN. I just things that I remember him using in the past are those units. I feel like Popo Panda's gonna have the advantage there, but honestly, it could be either one, right? Ken Baller versus J-Mac. J-Mac is a good friend of mine, but feel like Ken Baller. I feel like Ken Baller's been doing so good. He really has. Ken Baller's been using stuff like Tyrannus, Molly, Vigor, Molong, Ciara, Pater, Ragdoll, Pater, Ragdoll, yeah. J-Mac's got a lot of LDs too, but Ken Baller's has been doing really well this season. Leo, Annabelle, Oki, Josephine, Gani, Hathor, Tetra, Daphnis, Rika, Fran, Triana, Shihao, Abelio, Ilyana, Lydia. I didn't actually see him using the Lydia though, but he's been doing really good. J-Mac likes to use Ciara, Gani, Hathor, Chu, Daphnis, Mi Ying, Vanessa, Fran, Han, Ilyana. And twitch.tv J-Mac for J-Mac, and Ken Baller is twitch.tv/KenBaller_. So that's that for those. Dreams Joseph, I haven't seen what he's using this season, actually. I know he was using, well, actually, I think I saw a little bit, or last season or something like that. Let's take a look at what I have for my notes for Dreams Joseph. CR, Triana, Hathor, Savannah, Amelia Bellanis, Antares Miho. The last I saw of what he was using. I'm not really sure what he's currently using, though, what he currently has ruined up for this, what his current strategy is. And then Igor ES. Actually, I wish I knew a little bit more about what Dreams Joseph was using this season. Igor he's got some brutal stuff though. Gianna, Chiwu, Gani, Ciara, Asima, Mina, Fran, Vert, Hathor, Barbara. I feel like Igor has got it, but Dreams Joseph can pull out, like, he's kind of does things a little bit differently sometimes. He's like, you know what, this is units you're not expecting, and this is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to beat some crazy nonsense OP comp with something that they weren't expecting. So don't discount Dreams Joseph. I feel like Igor ES has the upper hand, but don't discount Dreams Joseph. If anything we've learned from previous SWCs, don't discount Joseph. Anyway, what do we have next? We have Zepharius versus Trokamu. Let me take a look at what I have for the notes here. Zavaris likes to use Vanessa Hathor, Triana, Tetra, Xingzhe, Ciara, Gianna. Oh, they have a Gianna too. Xiaogun, the Fire Art Master, Gani, Savannah, and Verd. And then, but they don't use like that kind of like double speed cleave kind of thing as much. They use like kind of a mixed team. And then Trokamu, Ciara, Gianna, Chi. So it's both of those have Gianna. Ciara, Gianna, Chu, Beast Riders. I think he's got all of them if I recall correctly. Hathor, he likes to use Hathor a lot. Fran, Gani, Nyx, Asima, Wedget, Juno, Diana, Josephine, Verd, I have Diana here twice. Okianos, Triana, Leo, Miho. Trokamu is actually, fun fact, Trokamu is a friend of mine. He lives like a couple miles away. He lives like, so I mean, I gotta go with Trokamu. Number one, he's been playing really, really well. His runes are really solid. Zephyrius plays well, and his runes are solid too. I'm just gonna give a slight advantage to Trokamu, because if I don't, he's gonna come and knock on my door in like 4 hours from now. So we're gonna go with Trokamu there. So anyway, here's the rest of the information there. Let's lock him in. I think, oh, Trokamu also streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/Trokamu. I think I said everyone that streams their things. I do have some information on these other Japan server players though, if you guys want them. UT Play likes to use just a few of them, not all of them. UT Play likes to use Yanhong, Hathor, Chu, Jin. Oh, that was an old thing. I don't think he's still using that. Vigor, or is he? Vigor, Odin, Daphnis. Oh yeah, he likes to use an Odin Daphnis, like where you wouldn't think Odin Daphnis is gonna come into play. He's like, oh, you see like a Fran Vigor, and you're like, okay, what is he gonna pick next? And he's like, Odin Daphnis. Like, last few picks Odin Daphnis. So, I actually saw a couple people doing that, not just him, but I've noticed he's been doing that. Ilyana, Gani, and Ciara for that. I feel like UT plays a solid pick to move on, just regardless. He's just a solid player overall. Matsu has Yanhong, Oki, Triana, Diana, Hathor, Vanessa, which he was using previously. I don't know what he's using this season. Buru Buru is the fourth one down in Japan server. That's the one on my favorites list. He uses a Gianna, Barbara, Hathor, Molly, Velajul, Han, Ciara, Wusa. That's like, yeah, that's the juicy ones, right? He's got a couple interesting picks though that I've seen him using. But anyway, Gianna, Barbara, Hathor, Molly, Velajul, Han, Ciara, Wusa, Triana, Gani, Daphnis, Hertite, the Dark Lightning Emperor, Dark Pumpkin, what is his name? Dusky? The Dark Pumpkin, Tyrannus, Juno, Vanessa, Trevor, and Tetra. Did I say Tetra twice? No. But you see like Trevor and Dusky, like weird picks, and he's got a Dark Lightning Emperor if he wants to pick that at any point. He's got a Han Gianna, which is a nasty combination. He's got a few really fun things, right? So I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know how the next matches are gonna be matched up. I feel like I would say UT Play and Tanaka if the first four are gonna be matched up with each other again, right? So that's what I would say for that, but I feel like Buru Buru is a really they're all solid, but some of the Japanese players I don't know too much about. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys some information. Who do I don't know who's gonna actually get matched with each other in the next round. That's kind of the thing there. We'll go with these. You can see Tanaka actually was a qualifier before. He was ranked 13, ranked 35. That's not bad. And then Buru Buru, I like him, but he not quite as much like a little bit lower, and also wasn't in SWC before. So it wasn't a qualifier before. But you can see all the information here. You can see UT Play was Japan SWC 2017 Japan tournament winner, ranked 17, ranked 29. I feel like UT Play is the. Oh, I don't want to deselect him. What did I do? What I do? Oh, I'm clicking on player info and it's selecting them. Yeah, I don't want to modify that. But yeah, Matsu is a solid choice too. All of, I mean, honestly, it's RNG. Any of them can win. And then who did I say for the? Oh, we have to go to the next America's Cup. Who did I say for these? I believe I said. Yep. We'll go with Tree. We'll go with Toppa. We'll go with Fall Panda. What else do we have? Thompson Popo Panda. And who else? So that's my man. I see. I feel bad because like I like some of these. I like some of the people that I'm not picking, and I know that I'm gonna get. Look at this. I picked 0 Canadians. What is that? Oh my God! I'm definitely gonna get called out for that. That was not intentional. I didn't realize. Maybe I secretly have something against maple syrup or something. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. But anyway, that's it for this one. Those are the picks that I'm gonna go with. But honestly, there's so many good players. Who even knows? Really, who even knows? Because there's a lot of good players, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong, honestly. And also RNG, so you have no idea. You have no idea what's actually gonna happen because RNG is RNG. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, no disrespect to anyone that I maybe haven't seen enough of their playstyle, or maybe like, oh, Pego, but you don't realize that this person's a great player. Like, no, they're all great players. They're all great players. I just think maybe sometimes someone has an edge that the other one doesn't, or like another 1 or 2 really solid premium LDs that the other player doesn't, and maybe gives them just a little tiny bit of an advantage, and that could. You know, it is also RNG. Like, do they get the RNG? Do they not get the RNG? That 1 or 2 little extra LD picks doesn't quite equate, like, you know, that doesn't matter if you get, like, terrible RNG, right? If you get, like, normal RNG, the other player's like, oh, I got better RNG. Like, oh, well then. It is what it is, right? So anyway, it could really go either way. I'm going to leave links to all of their Twitch streams in the comments section if you guys want to check them all out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and I will see you as always in the next one.